My name is Shannon Talty. I own the Olde Hearth Bread Company. We are a artisan bread company that has been in Central Florida starting our 17th year now. We provide bread, predominantly bread and pastries to hotels, restaurants, theme parks, etc. Our connection with the Ensign Theater was probably now 12 to 15 years ago. They reached out to us and said that they were looking to improve their bread. I had been a patron of the front of the house, obviously, before that. Knew what they were, somewhat what they were trying to do, and so I thought it would be an interesting, addition to what we were doing. Having good food at a theater, I think that's one of the things that makes the Enzion unique, unlike any other theater, is that you can enjoy fresh cooked meals that you wouldn't have at any other theater, and then quality of libations to go with it makes it a fun atmosphere, definitely. We are constantly expanding our own product line, and we try to, as we do that, we try to get those products out to the chefs in front of them so they can try them and see if they fit into what they're trying to do. We definitely try to have the focus on the ingredients to provide the customer with not only something that's healthy, but even more tasty. Hopefully they can see that. I got inspired to start the bakery from realizing that I wanted to continue my baking career, but I didn't want to work for someone else, and I was trying to figure out where and how to do that. And I saw a need here in Central Florida that there was a large audience of restaurants and up and coming and the tourism, but there was not someone making the style of bread that we make. I think the personal style really is artisan style baking, which to me that means old school methods, predominantly hand shaped, natural ingredients. It's kind of a European style bread. We own one bakery, and then we have a retail shop here in the East End market. Because our focus really is on wholesaling. We have over 150 wholesale customers in Orlando. Well, the kind of ingredients that we use at Olde Hearth are, we spend a lot of time sourcing them from the flour. The flour is unbleached and unbromated, which is a simple way of saying it's healthier. It's not organic, but it's healthier for you than what most of the flour that you would be getting or products that you'd be buying at a normal supermarket. If there's oil in there, we only use extra virgin olive oil. We don't use, lower grade palmist kind of oils. If there are any kind of herbs or produce, it's all fresh and picked or baked. Like we have a potato chive bread that has baked off Yukon Golds and cut up, fresh cut chives into it. We're not buying dried chives, and we're not buying a potato flour, say, and mixing it in there. I got connected with the East End market by John Reif. The owner actually contacted me. He was looking to have a bread presence in the retail market downstairs, and he presented me the opportunity. And what I liked about this particular version of it, so to speak, is the size that we were able to come in. It's a relatively small retail space, which lend itself to someone like us, where I didn't have to go take 1,000 square feet to open up retail. There's definitely creative energy at East End. I think all the vendors here are all foodies and part of the food movement, and from the artistic way he laid it out to the kind of people that were selected, I think it makes for a unique retail environment. I would describe my business as a niche business in the fact that it's a specific style of bread that is generally more upscale restaurants in town that are looking for. Ciabatta bread is one of my favorite breads for a bunch of reasons. What ciabatta, the word literally means is slipper in Italian. That's why it's kind of a long, flat, elongated loaf, and it's ideal for like dipping in sauces, and whether it be olive oil before dinner or if you're having pasta. It's one of the great things about baking is the basic 4 ingredients: flour, water, salt, and yeast. That's the same thing that's in French bread. Is the same thing in ciabatta, but it's just how you're handling it totally changes the texture and your experience in your mouth and smell the aromas from it and everything. Favorite pastry? I guess, something that we came up with recently that's actually kind of fun is it's a play on a classic Pop-Tart that you had when you were a kid. So we're rolling out this really decadent dough, and then we're sourcing local jams and putting them in there, and they remind you of just when, a kicked up, amped up version of the Pop-Tart you had as a child. The response here at the East End Market has been fantastic to the product. So I think they should support it because it's tasty, unique, and local.